In this video, I'm going to be repairing my noisy Pathfinder muffler. This is most noticeable when you're at something like a drive-through where there's a wall beside you and you're idling. A couple things I'm going to use here: some side cutters, a 8mm socket, a piece of wood, and I've got 5 different mechanical hose clamps. I got 3 of these 2.5-inch outside diameter ones, and those are all the ones I needed. Actually, I didn't need the larger ones, so if you want to go smaller throughout, that would work. And I got these ones, which are 3 3/4 outside diameter, and that'd be as big as they can go. I don't think this is necessarily a Pathfinder issue. I think this is more generally a Nissan Infiniti issue. So as I tap around, you can hear and it is definitely from the heat shield, and it's more specifically due to these cheap little rings that Nissan has put on as sort of a factory clamp to hold the heat shield in place. You see it's rusted completely out and they are falling off my vehicle. So I'm going to replace all of those with the mechanical hose clamps. In order to get them on, you have to open them all the way up and then just wrap them around the muffler and heat shield. And obviously it depends on what style you get. These require an 8mm socket, and you could also use a flathead screwdriver. I'm not cranking them overly tight. I just want to hold the heat shield securely to the muffler. I don't want to bend the heat shield. And tapping around again, I found another one that's loose. This one's under the passenger seat, essentially. So I'll remove that one. And again, I will replace it with a hose clamp. And tap around for a vibration check, and it is much better. I found on this Nissan Pathfinder, at least, most of the clamps that are like this are actually on the passenger side, and there's only one that's actually on the driver's side of the vehicle. I do replace 4 out of the 5 ones that I could find. And again, once it's in place, a few taps to make sure that there's no additional rattles. Once again, you can see rusted right through and fell apart. And on this last one, I'm actually using the large clamp. Like I said, you only need the 2.5-inch outside diameter clamps. This larger one isn't required, but it's not that big of a deal. I'm just going to trim off the excess. Each of these clamps cost less than $2, so if you have a rattly muffler noise coming from your heat shield, you can do all this for about $10 Canadian. You could probably find them for less, in fact. And the final tapping results sound pretty good. There's one factory clamp that was still in good condition, so I just left it there, and it's under the driver's seat. Like I said, the 3 that are under the passenger seat were completely rotten off and just vibrating against the muffler. Most pronounced when my vehicle was just idling, and you'd really notice if you're at a drive-through or something with a like a solid wall beside you. So you can see they all failed in the exact same way. They became rusty and snapped off and then just vibrated against the muffler. Anyway, thanks for checking out my video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.